What's going on, everyone? My name is Ocean, and this is episode 2 of my advanced tactics guide focusing on mind games in Hunt Showdown. The whole concept of mind games is essentially to surprise and trick your enemy and to play them to your advantage. My goal is to make you a more aware and resourceful player and to give you some ideas on tactics and strategies to try in-game. If you haven't already, go check out my first advanced tactics video on positioning. A major part of successful mind games and ambushing enemies involves strategic positioning. Before I jump into today's guide regarding mind games, remember to hit that like and subscribe button down below if you want more videos like this in the future. I appreciate all your support. Also, if you are interested in Hunt Showdown gameplay videos, I have a playlist linked down in the description. Anyways, let us get right into all the tips to trick and play mind games on your enemies and give you the advantage. The first strategy in playing mind games on players is called baiting. This tactic is one that will sometimes work and sometimes won't. Baiting essentially is getting your enemy to do what you want so you can take them down with relative ease. Like getting them to make a mistake with their positioning or to reveal themselves thinking they are safe. Let's say you happen to find yourself in a situation where people are camping and won't come out or are just not engaging with you. What you can do is run away from this situation, throw a chaos bomb, or just start shooting while having a teammate stay behind. What this will accomplish is that the enemy team may think you left or that you are engaging in a fight with another team. If this strategy works and the enemy team comes out to see what's going on, then your teammate can surprise them. I have used this tactic many times, and sometimes it works amazingly well, and other times the enemy team does absolutely nothing. On a few occasions, I've known where the enemy is and have positioned myself accordingly, and I would fire off a few shots in the air just to get them to poke their heads out and get a clear shot on them. I want to show you a few clips where baiting worked and didn't work. This first clip is one where we successfully got the enemy to take the bait and come out of the boss lair, which gave us an upper hand and allowed us to execute a solid ambush.
I tell you what, let me hop down, let me just bust the door open right here underneath me. I'm gonna take off running and see if they come out and you shoot them with your fucking rifle.
Damn, that was... I'm watching it right now. Come on. Come on. I hear him crouch walking towards it. Dude, fucking just perfect. Moments like these really show what simple teamwork and planning can do for you in Hunt Showdown. We came up with that tactic on the spot because we got tired of waiting for these campers to make a move. There are tons of unique situations where you will have to think of different types of ambush tactics to get the upper hand. Basically, you are just trying to trick them into doing what you want them to do. In this next clip, they didn't take the bait, and after I'll explain why they most likely didn't go for it. I'll just see if they'll come out. I'll go this way. Just start shooting. They might come out and look.
I hear footsteps.
Just wait for it, bro.
Come on, take the bitch.
They're thinking about it, right?
Yeah, it sounds like... Are they shooting at you?
No. I think they know.
Okay.
They know it's bait. He's returning the favor. Now, this didn't work for a number of reasons, but the main one was we found out later that these people had concertina traps everywhere and couldn't leave even if they wanted to. They were hunkered down for a while, but long story short, we ended up getting their bounty. The second strategy revolving around baiting enemy players is relating to boss layers. Now, you could be a crappy human being and just camp the boss, but I do not recommend that ever. Honestly, the strategy that has worked for me the most is actually banishing the boss and getting ready for the players to filter in wanting to steal the bounty. So essentially what you need to do is to kill the boss as fast as possible, then have traps set around the boss layer like trip mines, concertinas, and such. Then ideally you want to stay outside the boss layer and wait for enemies to push into your traps and then sneak in behind them. This strategy is basically messing with players' heads. See, most of the time people hold up inside the boss layer with traps everywhere and just camp it. So these hunters pushing into a boss layer will think you are inside when in fact you are behind them, giving you an easy kill and leaving them clueless as to what happened. With ambushing and baiting enemies, there really is no perfect formula. You just need to be thinking a few steps ahead and thinking of how to confuse the enemy. Moving on to the second tactic for mind games is the idea of using different methods to distract your enemies in useful and effective ways. The concept of distraction is relatively simple. Essentially, you're going to want to use the tools and equipment in the game that assist with distracting, like chaos bombs, alert trip mines, and decoys. However, I really want to talk about the tactics that you can use with distracting enemies that don't really require any tools or equipment. Essentially, I had the idea of my partner just continually shooting to distract the enemy, while I moved into a position to surprise and attack the enemy. With this next clip I'm about to show you, we had 2 people camping up in the church tower, and this area is very tricky to get up without them hearing you, as there is like 3 levels of ladders. My partner essentially lays down distracting and suppressive fire up at them to keep them occupied. Also, this would prevent them from hearing me climbing up the many ladders. After this clip, I'll discuss the usefulness of this tactic. Now, with this tactic of using shooting to distract, I was able to get up the ladder successfully, and somehow they didn't notice that I ran over the bear trap to the other side. This tactic adds to the overall chaos of the situation, and a lot of players just don't know what to do or get scared and take cover. And if that happens, it gives you the perfect opportunity to make your move. It's tactics like these that can be implemented in a variety of situations to distract your enemy and give you room to improvise. I'm sure there are situations where a teammate could shoot at an enemy and you could reposition behind them and get the kills. Try out this tactic next time you play, and let me know how it works for you in the comments below. Now, the final tip is relating to communication and teamwork. I know this tip isn't directly a mind game in itself, but without good communication between you and your partner, you will have a more difficult time successfully pulling off these 2 tactics I've laid out for you today. To become an overall better Hunt Showdown player, you need to always be working on improving communication and overall strategy within the game. Every time you play Hunt Showdown, just try to improve in any way you possibly can. These mind game tips came out of just playing the game and trying new tactics and strategies to get the upper hand on enemies. There were lots of tactics that didn't work and lots that did. So just go out there and play some Hunt Showdown and let me know if you come up with any unique tactics in the game. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this guide, and hopefully you can go play some mind games on Hunters and get those wins. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any tips relating to mind games or overall thoughts about this guide, be sure to put them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like and subscribe button, as it really helps me out. Anyways, I wish you all happy hunting, and I will catch you guys in the next one.